Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of John. We're in John chapter 2. We are looking at Jesus' first miracle when he turned the water into wine. Now, in yesterday's session, we saw that the occasion for this miracle was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, to which Mary, the mother of Jesus, had been invited. She's obviously close to the family. Jesus and his disciples are also invited, probably because of Mary. The occasion for the miracle is an embarrassing situation for the family. They run out of wine. That would be a great social embarrassment. And Jesus' mother, Mary, asked Jesus to help. Let's read the first few verses again. Now, on the third day, a wedding took place at Cana in Galilee. Jesus' mother was there, and Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine was gone, Jesus' mother said to him, "They have no more wine." "Woman, why do you involve me?" Jesus replied. "My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Nearby stood 6 stone water jars, the kind used by the Jews for ceremonial washing. Each held from 20 to 30 gallons. All right, as we said, the family has run out of wine, which is going to cause a great social embarrassment to them. Mary knows this. She's trying to help them, and she immediately goes to Jesus. She knows what he can do. And she asked him to help. Now, we're at first a little surprised at his response. It almost seems kind of short and cold. "Woman, why do you involve me?" Now, in our culture, we would never speak to our mothers that way. This sounds disrespectful, but this is a cultural difference. In New Testament times, for Jesus to address his mother as woman is not a sign of disrespect, as it would be in our culture, but actually it's a sign of great respect. Jesus is basically saying, the time is not right for me. Why should I be involved in this? Notice he says, "My hour has not yet come." Now, this is a phrase that Jesus will repeat at times throughout his ministry, that the hour has not yet arrived. The time is not right. As we move through the gospel, we will see that the hour of his full revelation or full manifestation to Israel will come at the crucifixion, when he gives himself for us as the Passover lamb. That's the hour he's referring to. And then, of course, the resurrection, which authenticates and demonstrates with power Jesus is the Son of God when he breaks the bonds of death. So when he says, "My hour is not yet come," he's referring to that. That is the fulfillment of his mission, and everything is moving toward that. And so this helping of the family, he says, "Why is this the right time for me to be involved?" So understand, Jesus is not showing disrespect to his mother. He's simply saying, my mission has not yet reached its fulfillment. It's not that time yet, but she is asking for help. And notice she is confident that Jesus will respond, because she turns to the servants and she says, "Listen, do whatever he tells you to do." She knows he will respond to her request. She knows he will help because she has asked him to help. And of course, he does. You know, we should have the same kind of confidence when we go to the Lord in prayer. And sometimes we think, our request and our petition, maybe it's not important enough for Jesus to consider. It doesn't really necessarily fit in with the overall mission of the Lord. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, sometimes what we're asking for doesn't seem of worldwide importance. Do you understand? But Jesus makes it clear that he cares about every detail of our life. Every part of our life he cares about, because he cares about us. He even cares about a family who might be embarrassed by the fact that they didn't plan properly and have run out of wine. You see, Jesus cares about everything. Even those things we might consider mundane and trivial, Jesus cares. He hears our every prayer. He hears our every request. You heard the request of his mother Mary to help this family, and he responds. Whenever you pray with great confidence, because Jesus cares about you. And even though you think the matter may not be of worldwide importance, If it's important to you, it's important to the Lord. He will hear when you call upon his name. Now it tells us there are some stone water jars there for the ceremonial washings that from time to time the Jewish people engaged in. It sets the scene for what Jesus is about to do. And we'll look specifically at the particulars of the miracle tomorrow. So join us for our next session, our next 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of John.